I went to Bel Air High School.
I went to ADVfilms Hastings High School in Houston, Texas.
I went to Dulles High School.
Saffair High School.
I went to Bel Air High School.
Do not ask me what year.
And then, because of several interesting events, I ended up going my senior year to a private school, which was much smaller and kind of for fucked up kids. Oh, I'm sorry.
I went to Hamilton High School.
To Bonanza High School in Las Vegas, Nevada.
I went to high school at LaPorte High School in Texas, near the petrochemical industry center point of the United States.
Wow, what was I like in high school?
I was really awkward in high school. I didn't know really where I fit.
I didn't really belong to any particular clique.
I was pretty much like hanging out in between everybody.
Kind of that chick that went from one group to another.
I was fabulous.
I had a lot of friends, but I didn't have any really close friends because I was friends with everybody.
Like you had the kickers, which were the cowboys, and the cowgirls.
I was a theater nerd, as I'm sure a lot of other gals here have said.
I was a big dork. People who wore the jeans that separate your butt and lift. I was a dork. Girls' butt looked like pears.
I'm like how I was like now, very loud, and I like to dance, and I like to act.
I was kind of shy.
I wasn't a pothead.
And stuff like that.
I was really good at theater. I discovered I was good at theater. I'm not so good at sports.
I mean, I had to play sports the whole time I was there because of my athletic build.
So instead of tripping over things, it was, 5, 6, 7, 8 jazz hands.
I was a dork, but in a cool way. Like, I wasn't in a particular group of kids. I had cheerleader friends, I had jock friends, I had surfer friends, but I did hang with the kind of weirdo, like, punk crowd. Go figure.
Being a redhead, you never want to be a redhead because nobody else had red hair. I wanted to be blonde. Very good girl. Bows in my hair. I wore pink lipstick and blue eyeliner, which does not fare well for redheads, but that's what I did. Yeah, it was not pretty.
I went into drill team my sophomore year, and then it was the summer between my sophomore and junior year I started dating my first punk rock boyfriend. And from that point on, it was black hair, mohawks, bad attitude, a few other things.
I went through a phase where I, didn't wash my hair a lot.
I was really more into, like, dramatic types of things.
Because I wanted it to, be natural and all that.
So I was in the drama club as an actress.
I was that weird girl that kind of just came up to your lunch table and sat next to you and started talking whether you liked it or not. So that was me.
I don't know. Behoimi. I play Behoimi.
Hibiki.
Yuzuki Kuresu.
Miss Igarashi.
Yuma and Yuna in Paniponi.
I do play Tome the jock. I play the little klutzy girl who trips on things a lot.
In Paniponi, I play Sayaka, number 6. She is the very, 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 very sweet girl with the big, 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 big blue hair. And she's been a blast. She's just a little dingy. Very, very, very sweet girl, very good intentions, but just a little on the kind of dingy, slow side. And that's exactly what I like to play.
I play Media. She thinks she's a superhero and that she's really cool and smart, but bless her heart, she's not so much.
I play Zula.
I play Akane. I play the drama queen.
Zula is like a strong African-American character, but she has like a kind of a kid in play kind of like haircut, but not as tall as him, and she doesn't have a lot of lines. It was really hard to play this part because my voice is so light, and Steven, like, he's an awesome director, by the way. He fought with me, but I say more like coaching to make me have to get down into like a bassier register.
I am a lot like my character. I tend to jump over the dingy line where she kind of walks it. She's pretty gullible, and I know I'm very gullible. The only thing we don't have in common is the blue of the hair. My hair's very big, not blue, but yeah, I would say we have a lot in common. And, she has to deal with Himeko, and I have to deal with Brittany, so pretty much the same thing.
Well, Media is kind of she's not really mean to anyone, even though they're mean to her. So, yeah, I guess I'm like her in that way.
I was not a jock. I'm scared of balls. I mean,
I don't know if I should answer that. She's a little drunk and obnoxious. Maybe.
I'm scared that, you know, kickball, baseball, volleyball, I'm gonna get hit in the face. I don't think I was cool, but I wasn't as ditzy klutzy as my character in the show.
Well, she's a lot ditzier, and I can get into that. I have that tendency.
Of course I can relate. It's the exact same thing.
I think she has a lot more going on underneath than you can see.
Love Hibiki. She's as goofy as me. She's I wish I got to be her every day. Because the goofiest part of me is so Hibiki. Hey, what's up? Hey, let's do this. She's a go-get-'em girl. Love her. Big dork. Like me?
Of course. Yes, because she seems a little out there and wild, and I think that's what I am. She doesn't seem afraid to take too many chances.
Sure. I think sometimes. Yeah.
I would probably say I'm a mix of both.
I think I was, to an extent.
But I'm not the slut.
Drama was the only thing I was ever naturally good at. It just clicked.
I have the outgoing spirit of the slutty character, and then at times I could be shy too. So I think I'm a mix, equal balance.
I got my first offer for a drama scholarship, which was a miracle of God because I was not a smarty. I was not going to get a scholarship to college. And it was just like, oh, this whole new world is like opening up. I might get to go to college on a theater scholarship? Are you kidding me? And we're on the bus on the way back, and the whole way back I'm listening to this dude I actually had a crush on for a while who was in the crew, and all these people in the back talking about me and talking about how, oh, I thought I was all this and yickety yak and boo, and I really wasn't, and I only got this because my mom worked there and blah, 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 blah. And I just got madder and madder, and I'm crying. I'm sitting there, and by the time we made it back, which it was only like a 40-minute ride, I got off the bus, and either Sandra Lingefeld or Tina Summers or somebody was like, Lucy, honey, what is wrong? And I was like, I am going to be an actress for a living, and I'm going to leave this town, and I'm going to do it. And I walked down the street.
Oh, dear God.
High school is a brilliant setting for a comedy because
You have so many different groups of people,
You have these awesome stock, stereotypical groups of people.
and everyone thinks they're the best, and everyone thinks everyone else is horrible and awful.
The nature of it is that they're at odds with one another.
So, I mean, right there, you just have conflict.
You know, it's true. And part of being in this group is being against that group.
Immediate conflict,
I mean, have you seen Mean Girls?
which is funny.
Hello.
The guys are in completely different hormonal zones than the girls are.
you can't get any more stupid than high school girls.
Because we do the dumbest things in high school.
There's so many life-changing experiences happening. I mean, besides the fact that your body is changing, your mind is changing.
The girls become women like that, and then the guys are still like, ugh. I know, I experimented with color and bleaching my hair, and now when I look back on it,
You're just kind of crazy. From 15 to 18, girls are just kind of stupid.
everyone's hormones are freaking out, and that, I think, is comedy. It's just so funny, the things that you do without thinking, or thinking that you know what you're doing and that it looks okay, and then you come back and you're going, why did I do that?
So I think that's the perfect place to set a comedy because you could go either way. It could be comedy or drama. Either way, those girls are right there.
The things that you say, or the ideas that you have, saving the world.
Because it's the best and worst time of your life.
I went to school in the 80s and 90s, so we used Aquanet, which was like the ozone layer destroyer.
You're so stupid as a girl when you're in high school that's the perfect place to put a comedy.
Because our hair was so high, you had to use it. But we had one girl that was gonna save the world, so we could not use Aquanet.
Everything happens in high school.
You go through everything in high school.
You have all these different types of characters.
There's drama and
Then you've got the really cool guys.
hormones are raging and, you know, like there's millions of things that happen in high school and you just look fondly on those days.
Everything gets messed up.
Then you got the guys who think they're cool. I mean, it's the perfect setting.
The kids are crazy. The teachers are teachers alone should have their own reality shows.
I mean, high school, it's like very interesting, and
I remember being in a class thinking, a long time ago, before there were reality shows, just thinking, wow, all the personalities in here, we should have our own show.
there's a lot of different people, so you have like a lot of different types of personalities.
If you had one person type, one type in the whole class, filling the class, it was awesome, just crazy.
I mean, you're there to learn, but at the same time, you have all your friends.
And then there's me toting guns at school. There's a good episode right there.
Like sometimes you like a boy and he doesn't like you, and then all your friends say something bad about you because they know that you like him. They make fun of you because you're bigger than they are, or you're stronger than them, or maybe, like in my case, you're a better actress. So I think high school's good for comedy because high school's funny.
Everyone's trying to figure out who they want to be and how they want to be identified, and that's funny to me. That's comedy.
In all honesty, I know people think Paniponi's a little far-fetched, but I think it's pretty close to what high school's like for a teenage girl.
Oh, man.
I don't know if it was really a moment, but I was never asked to any of the dances.
So many.
Most embarrassing moment in high school, I kid you not.
It was the first day that I decided I wanted to wear high heels to school. I wanted to be a little sexy.
First day of school, you're in this big school, you're the shortest person, and you're a freshman, and you're walking around.
I guess it had been raining or something. I don't remember. But I was wearing too high of heels.
And I walked right into the boys' bathroom to use it.
But I thought I looked awesome.
And stood there looking at urinals, wondering why they were in the women's bathroom.
So the buses unloaded and we walked inside to the entrance to the school.
But I didn't leave. I just stood there because I didn't understand.
And of course it was a really slick ground and there was a giant puddle.
And then a boy walked in.
And so here was my first day wearing high heels and boom.
It was terrible. And I turned around and walked out.
That's a nightmare.
No one really saw me walk out the door, but that guy did. And I don't think he told anyone, but it was pretty embarrassing.
Scarred me a little bit. It hurt a little bit.
There's one that nobody knows about, but it was the most embarrassing for me.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm about to actually say this. You ready? This is kind of gross.
Right before we moved to Hamilton, my dad took me to this athletic banquet, the end of the year athletic banquet, so that I could meet everybody.
When I was in junior high, 8th grade, so it's almost high school, I have lots of embarrassing stories, but this one's really good.
Which is kind of funny because I'm not an athlete. But I was gonna go meet the athletes and all the people because it's small schools, And
it was the day before, like a spring break kind of a thing.
So I made this trip with him, and I had to sit at the front of the room with him.
And you know how they gather the classes for like parties and things like that right before a break like that?
At this there's the banquet table and everybody else sits out here. So they're looking at you the whole time.
My friends had tried to get me to eat at lunch and I wasn't feeling well because I was, upset.
So I'm the new girl, the coach's kid, new coach's girl, sitting there beside him with all these people looking at me, surrounded by teachers and other coaches and whatnot. So I'm just eating my thing. Well, halfway through the presentation, which was inordinately long,
I'm sitting in a desk like this, and I'm sitting like towards the back of the class, and there's 3 classes in there, and two rows ahead of me is Troy Gambino, maybe? I think that was his last name. And I had a big crush on him, right? Okay, picture this. He's 2 desks ahead of me, I'm right here, and all of a sudden,
I have got to go to the bathroom. Well, for some reason in school, you don't want anybody to know you ever have a bodily function. I don't know what that's about, but it's like, you just don't want anybody to know you ever pee. You just don't even say it. And pooping, forget it. So,
I puked.
I sat there, and my eyes started watering, and I was squeezing and squeezing and just trying to hold out and hold out.
Okay, I puke on my desk like this, right? But I'm pretending that I did it.
Rather than get up, just get up and walk out the door and go to the bathroom. I sit there and sit there and sit there, and finally I just let it go.
And I'm like, I'm just like this, right? Hoping that it doesn't go anywhere and nobody notices or smells a thing.
So I'm sitting there, looking like, just letting it go. And I'm like, okay, now I'm sitting in it.
So then about 2 seconds later, right in front of Troy, stands up Dina Shoemaker and says, Leslie just threw up.
I sort of got up and pushed my chair in and hung out next to the wall and told my dad I was gonna go to the truck for a little bit and go ahead and change.
And everyone got up and ran out of the room.
And I just scooted out and changed my clothes and threw the dress away and never spoke of it.
It was mortifying.
But I thought, you know, some poor janitor is gonna go along, and they're gonna be stacking chairs in about 2 hours, and they're gonna go, oh, what happened?
It's quite dramatic with the running and the shouting and the puke.
And that's pretty embarrassing now.
Dude, I was like this.
That didn't happen until college. My first lesbian experience was actually at ADV.
What?
First lesbian experience? Huh.
That wasn't high school.
I kid you not, there was a female in my drama club.
What?
And she had a kid, too. But she said some nasty things to me. And she invited me to join one of her experiences, and I said,
My parents won't be watching this.
She pulled me aside and she said, Serena, if you ever want to experience any, she honestly said this, and I didn't know what to say to her. I just said, okay, thanks, I'll call you.
You got me last time. I know better now.
And that was the first time ever. I was like totally blown away. You know, I'm like innocent kid here, and I heard about some things that she did.
Huh.
I will never forget that because that was the first time ever.
Oh!
This better not be edited to the point where...